with you three things that are mentioned and emphasized in the ahadith that we should try to do in the holy month of Rajab. My dear brothers and sisters, farmers, when they want to reap the benefits of the soil, there are certain times of the year that they plant seeds. And then there are certain times of the year where they harvest the seeds that they sowed. The month of Rajab in the spiritual world is the month of planting the seeds. Why? So in the month of Ramadan, we harvest the fruits of those seeds that we have sowed. Alaykum as-salam. So there are many ahadith that speak about a'mal, certain things that we need to do during the month of Rajab. There are many, but I'll just mention three of them, because these sometimes are forgotten and they're not given as much attention. The first is doing Umrah during the month of Rajab. There is a hadith from the Ahlul Bayt that says, "As-sanatu ithna ashara shahran." There are 12 months in the year. لِكُلِّ شَهْرٍ عُمْرَةٍ. For every month there is an Umrah. There's Umrah for the Qa'dah, there's Umrah for the Hijjah, there's Umrah for Ramadan, for Muharram. Every month there is a mustahab Umrah. أفضل العمرات هي عمرة شهر رجب. The best Umrah is the Umrah of the month of Rajab. Second best is the Umrah of the month of Ramadan. If you have vacation time during the month of Rajab, you have 2 weeks off. Instead of going to Jamaica and Hawaii and Cancun, go to Mecca, go to Medina. You'll receive the comfort of a vacation, and you'll also get the thawab of doing Umrah. If you have vacation time, go to Umrah during the month of Rajab. And if you look in the Risala Amaliya of your marji', there's a mas'ala that shows you how great this month is. So I said that every month there's an Umrah. When you look at the ahkam of Hajj, when you go to Hajj inshaAllah, or you go to Umrah, you put on the ihram. Where do you put on the ihram? At the mawaqit. There are certain stations around the haram of Mecca where you put on the ihram. You're not allowed to put it on before, and you're not allowed to put it on after. You have to do it there. Rajab is an exception. The ulama, they say, if you leave for the Umrah of Rajab at the end of the month of Rajab, and you're afraid that you're not going to reach the miqat on time, meaning the month of Sha'ban is going to begin, and you're not going to reach miqat, they say, the Ahlul Bayt, they say you can wear ihram even before you reach the miqat to get the thawab of Umrah during the month of Rajab. So this is something that we need to revive. When we do these ziyarah trips, we need to pick specific months. The month of Rajab is a very good time to do the Umrah. Number two, there is a ziyarah of two ma'soomeen that is highly emphasized in the month of Rajab. It's always good to visit the ma'soomeen. But there are two infallible imams where there are many ahadith that say visit them in Rajab. Al-Imam Ali ibn Musa al-Ridha and Imam al-Husayn salawatullahi alayhi. We have a hadith from Imam al-Jawad. He speaks about the merits of visiting his father Imam al-Ridha in Khurasan, about the thawab of the ziyarah. He speaks about all of the benefits, and at the end, he says, وَلْيَكُنْ ذَلِكَ فِي Rajab. He says, the best time to visit my father, Imam al-Ridha, is in the month of Rajab. There was one of the ulama who used to live in Qom, very prominent scholar, Sheikh Murtada al-Ha'iri, mujtahid. He was living in the city of Qom, and for those of you who've been to ziyarah, you know that Qom is about, if you take a train, it's 14 hours. If you take a car or bus, 18-hour drive to visit Imam al-Ridha. The Hawza classes are held from Saturday to Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday is off. During the month of Rajab, Sheikh Murtada al-Ha'iri and many of the ulama, they would get on a bus. They would drive 18 hours to Khurasan to visit Imam al-Ridha and they would drive back just to visit Imam al-Ridha for a few hours. Some people would tell him that, why don't you spend some more time there, go visit some of the tourist destinations. He says, no, I only am going there to visit Imam al-Ridha. So when they put me in the grave, Imam will come and visit me in my grave. Visiting Imam al-Ridha alayhi salam is highly recommended. And of course, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Without Imam al-Hussein, we would know nothing about our Islam. The salah that we have today, it would not have reached us if it were not for the blood of Abi Abdullah. Every Islamic occasion, you see the ziyarah of Imam al-Hussein. Every Islamic occasion. This is why one of the recommended things to do after you finish your salah is to send a salam to Imam al-Hussein, to show him your gratitude to him. Because without this Imam, you wouldn't even know how to do your prayer. This is number 2. Number 3, as-siyam. Fasting during the month of Rajab is highly emphasized in the ahadith. We have a hadith from the 6th Imam, Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, salawatullahi alayhi, where the Imam, he says, Rajab naharun fil jannah. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, he says, Rajab is not just a month, it's the name of a river in paradise. It is whiter than milk, sweeter than honey. Man sama yawman min Rajab. If you just fast for one day in the month of Rajab, سَقَاهُ اللَّهُ مِنْ ذَلِكَ النَّهَرِ. Allah will give you drink from this river. It's highly recommended. Don't only fast during the month of Ramadan. As I said, the soul has to be trained. It has to be disciplined. You have to think like a farmer. Plant the seeds in Rajab. So in the month of Ramadan, you will reap the benefits. Some people, they complain that they didn't have a fruitful Ramadan. Why? Because chances are they didn't prepare in Sha'ban and Rajab. Fast. Tomorrow, inshallah, is the 1st of Rajab. Fast on that day. Now you may say, Shaykh, I have qada. I have a week of qada. I have 20 years of qada. I have qada of fasting. What do I do? If you have qada fasts, are you allowed to do a mustahab fast? You're not allowed to. Salah, if I have qada prayers, I can do mustahab prayers. Now, does this mean that if I have qada fasting, I miss some days in the month of Ramadan, does that mean I can't get the thawab? No, you can. Do your qada on these days. So you can make up your fast for Ramadan and you can get the thawab of fasting on the 1st of Rajab. So this is the ruling. If you have qada, you cannot do mustahab. Your niyyah has to be qada. If you don't have any qada, you do a mustahab fast. And let me share with you a beautiful hukum about mustahab fasts. In the month of Ramadan, when do you have to make your niyyah when you fast? Fajr. When you want to make up qada fast, when do you have to make your niyyah? Dhuhr. You have up until dhuhr. So in the morning, you didn't have breakfast, you see it's almost time of Salatul Dhuhr, you can make your niyyah a few minutes before dhuhr and you continue your fast. You can also cancel your qada fast before dhuhr. You can say, you know what, I don't want to do it today. You're allowed to break it. But with a mustahab fast, do you know up until when you can make the niyyah? Until Maghrib. Say you're working the entire day, you realize, I didn't eat breakfast, lunch, and no dinner today. If you haven't broken your fast, you can make the niyyah, even if it's only a few minutes before Maghrib, and you receive the thawab of doing a mustahab fast on that day. And because it's a mustahab fast, you can cancel it any time during the day. Now, this is a question that many people ask. If I'm fasting a mustahab fast, and I'm sitting with my friends and they offer me food, what do I do? What is the best thing to do? Take the food. In fact, we have a hadith that says, if a mu'min offers you food while you're doing a mustahab fast, don't even tell them that you were fasting. Why? You may say, but I'm missing the thawab. Look at what the Imam say. وَلَا تُخْبِرْهُ أَنَّكَ صَائِمٌ. Don't even tell them that you're fasting. If you do that, if you take the food if you accept that invitation from a mu'min when you're doing a mustahab fast, فَإِن فَعَلْتَ ذَلِكَ تَنَالُ ثَوَابَ إِجَابَةِ الدَّعْوَةِ وَثَوَابَ الصِّيَامِ. If you do that, you actually get double reward. You get the thawab of accepting the invitation of a mu'min, and you get the thawab of fasting for that day. You see, this religion is all about akhlaq. Don't tell people you're fasting. Allah knows you're fasting. Why do you need to tell people? Accept the invitation. This religion is built on akhlaq. And finally, this is beyond the three things that I mentioned, istighfar. My dear brothers and sisters, you have to do istighfar every month. But especially in the month of Rajab. Do not miss the opportunity to do istighfar. You know, brothers and sisters, istighfar is so important that it has fawaid dunyawiyya and fawaid ukhrawiyya. It has dunyawi benefits and it has ukhrawi benefits. We know that when we commit a sin and you do istighfar, Allah's not going to punish you for that sin if your tawbah is sincere. If you look at Surah Nuh, look at how wise Nuh is when he's speaking to his people. He knows that these people don't care about akhirah. So what does he tell them? He's teaching them about istighfar. Nuh doesn't say Allah's not going to punish you. He's talking to an audience that doesn't care about akhirah. So what does he say to them? فَقُلْتُ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا. He's teaching his ummah about istighfar. يُرْسِلِ السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِدْرَارًا. He says if you do istighfar, the rain is going to fall. Dunyawi benefit. وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ. You want money? Do istighfar. You can't have children? Do istighfar. وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ جَنَّاتٍ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ أَنْهَارًا. So even if you don't care about your akhirah, do istighfar for the sake of your dunya. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make us of those who turn to Him in the holy month.